What's going on, everybody? So don't mind everything in the background. I wanted to talk about, I'm just in a weird spot, but I wanted to get it out because it's on my mind. And it's just that your words are magic. Like, they are literally magic. And we can get into what is magic, but they carry energy, resonance. They're like, if you go to a different culture or hear a foreign language, it sounds like a bunch of jumbo. Like, and it sounds like a bunch of sounds and accents and more so expressions. So when everything you say, the same with your thoughts, is energy on a wave. And the way vowels are set up and consonants, and any word for that matter, even symbols and pictures carry energy. So, some people say they like some of the stuff I say because they're tuning into that frequency. They're tuning into that resonance. And they don't teach us this in school. That's why I'm teaching you now, because they don't want you to know. Like, you always see, when you're younger, you always see things like games, wizards, magicians, sorcerers, mystics, magic. You always see this stuff when you're younger because they don't tell you the truth about it. They make games. They don't tell you the full circle. They teach you the alphabet. They teach you letters and symbols, but they don't teach you what it actually means. And what it actually means is the simple fact that these things carry energy. So when you say you hate someone, this is obviously a more prevalent example, easier one to understand. When you say you hate someone, you're actually creating, or just hate in general, you're creating, you could create this field. If you actually mean it, then it creates a field, a wave that you don't see, an energetic wave towards whatever. You could be like, I hate. Now, you're not going to actually want to say it, but just for the sake of the matter, you could be like, because like, if I ever say I hate something, it's just like, I'm fooling around, but I might not like it, but I don't mean it as in hate it. And it's not I ever hate people. Something that I don't like would be, or hate, you could say, is baseball. And it's not that I hate it, I don't like playing it. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. I don't even think it's a sport, to be honest. Baseball, which is swinging a bat, which is kind of like cricket. And I don't like it. So the words you say are always going to carry something. It doesn't matter. So be careful of the words you say. And people are always, obviously they don't know about this, they're not prevalent with this, when you say certain things, because it's actually magic. You just don't see the magic happening. You cast spells on all the time. In fact, when we really look at it, like a prayer, when people use prayers, they're sending good energy, good vibes, good intentions, love, whatever you want to call it. But let's just say, like, I'm having some self-talk, like, in your head, or you're having some self-talk in your head, and be like, damn, I really suck at this, or I can never do this. You're creating resistance in yourself, and you could say I'm horrible, or I look bad, I'm fat, I'm ugly. And you could say to use yourself a lot. It's 50-50. It's like people use it against other people, and you use it on yourself. And so, like, if you get into this thing of using it on other people, depending how you use it, because this is black magic eventually when it gets into it. Black magic is, which most people don't know, and you have to go and take lessons and find people that know how to do it. Voodoo, all these occult things, basically. And this is just stepping stones, so you know that there's other things out there. People can do things where they manipulate themselves and see two of them, multiple versions of themselves at different places. It's very true. It's magic, basically. It's black magic or occult, whatever you want to call it. And I obviously don't know about about it all the way, but I know about things. I've read it before. And it's very true, because they taunt you. They show you in the video games, in the media, in movies, in books. They talk about these things, but these things are very real, and you don't really think, you bypass them really quick. But how come when you're young you think Santa's real, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, the North Pole, you can fly, dragons, all these weird animals, Loch Ness? A lot of the stuff maybe once was real or is real, just in different ways. Maybe ways you can't even see. So you used to have a big imagination when you're a kid and believe things to a certain extent. And don't be fooled, because a lot of this stuff is real, just on different, sometimes you can't see it. But again, the vibrations are going to be from your voice, because everything you say has a vibration. So again, with the self-talk, I am horrible, all this stuff, even when you send it out to the world, because what I was talking about a second ago was when people can send spells on you, you know what I mean? They can. If they're only few people can do it, like legitimately, you can say anybody can do it, but the people who practice it, the masters of this, which they aren't going to be using it for good, karma's going to come around and get them anyway for using it. But at the same time, like, it's going to come back, that energy that they're saying out, that they tried to destroy somebody, defame somebody, hurt somebody, whatever it is, you know. And there's stuff that I don't know about, of course, but I'm just telling you what I do know and what you can research, or just so you have a good understanding, because this is a great start. Is magic is very real, whatever you want to call it. It's when you talk. Your voice is just like a voice box from God that creates his resonance. Like singing and making music is a very good example of this. It creates resonance that other things like. And even talking to plants that you're growing, talking to trees, and singing, they like this. They like this. They'll grow. And I know there's experiments on this, and many more to come. But your words are magic. So watch what you say. And even because a lot of people create resistance. When it boils down, when you become conscious, then you won't be saying these things and doing these things. But people aren't conscious of it. But this is a way to become conscious of what you're saying and what you're doing. You say you hate someone, you're creating this your energy field. You're saying like you don't. It's just the words you use, and there's so many words, and it's the intent that you use for it. But it's more that's really matters too. But it's the words that you use. Be very careful about like saying some of these things and how you say it, because people aren't aware, especially just in everyday, in music, every day. It doesn't really matter. They, you know, just like it's just like there's so many examples. It's just like I'm just giving you the basics, like the foundation. When you say like, I don't know, I don't want to say kill somebody, but when you do say that, it's not a good thing, because when you want to kill somebody, you know, there's nothing good about that really, unless there's like a very valid reason, but usually there's not. And people say, I hate this person. When you talk bad about a person, slander a person, like slander, when you slander a person, what you're really doing is you're talking bad about them. You're using energy towards them in a negative way. So let's just say like me, like, oh, I really like this guy. That's, you know, complimenting someone, you know, helping someone, just these words, not actually a physical act, but like using, you know, your words, which you could say is physical to some degree, but it's more so metaphysical, where you can't see it, but they do bounce off. It goes around everywhere, you know. And this goes with my last video with the intuition and psychic abilities. You're sending people messages. If you think about somebody, you're going to end up seeing them eventually, or you're vice versa. They're going to see you. You're going to get in contact with them again. You know what I mean? This stuff happens all the time, more frequent than not. because it just, everything's connected, and how you're living your life is how things are going to come around you. And yeah, the more you better your life or do things that are, you know, positive or in resonance with yourself, then you're going to be doing what you actually per se want to do. But it's all connected anyway. So just be very aware of this magic that you're causing. This video is already long enough. So, and the things you say, because the things you say, even against yourself, can be very detrimental. You could always look into it. Other people speak about this in different ways. I mean, it just when you become conscious of the things you're saying and what's going on, you can even listen to the things. Listen to somebody that's always grumpy and negative. Listen to how they speak. It's everything about them. It's not just how they speak, but listen to how they speak. Few people are going to give positive and be really calm and make you feel good when you're around them. But those people, you'll notice they'll have a different vibration, a different vibe. You'll feel different around them. The words that they use will be different. A lot of people online are wishy-washy, be like law of attraction and spiritual. Don't listen to those people either, because they're being fake and they don't know what they're doing. They're trying to do something that's all right, semi-good, but it's coming out more so neutral, and it's coming out bland. It's coming out fake. Not in a bad way, but in a way that's just fake. And you can tell by that word, that fake, you know what I mean? But at least they're trying. And if you follow like the words that I'm saying, you can get a vibe from them just in themselves. When we talk about bad, ugly, horrible, treacherous, evil, you just hear the ring to it. When we talk about good, happy, smiling, positive, there's just so many things. But yeah, you could tell there's a different ring to these words, because there is. So that's all for the video. Have a nice day. Watch your words.